who all's on here to be sure we've got a quorum. Wayne, are you on here? You and Charles Wilson?
This Wayne, yeah, I'm here.
All right. Charles, are you here? All right. We still got a quorum. Mr. Coleman's here, Mr. Tyson, Wayne's here, and myself. So, Bobby, would you begin the meeting with the executive order verbiage that we need to put into the minutes, please? Thank you. Oh, maybe. Hey, Bobby. There you go. Nope. Hey, Bobby. There you go. Would you read it? Bobby, would you read into the minutes, please, the verbiage we need?
Absolutely. With the meeting being called to order, if there is no objection from the members and subject to Executive Order number 65, the Highway Commission has determined that it is necessary that this meeting be held electronically to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the public due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Are there any objections to this finding by the board? Hearing none, let the minutes reflect the board has made the determination and conduct this meeting electronically. The meeting is being broadcast on Williamson County TV and YouTube. I do want to remind everyone all votes must be taken by roll call. The mayor will call your name, at which time you express your vote. Prior to making a motion or second or asking a question or making a comment, please state your name.
Tyson, so moved.
Coleman moved.
Yeah, you don't need to take a vote on that.
Okay.
Well, you got to call the name.
Rogers, you're muted.
Thank you for noting that. We'll call the Highway Commission December the 2nd at 8:30. The executive order has been read. We'll call it to order. We'll have a roll call. As I call your name, would you please indicate that you're here? Mr. Tyson.
Tyson here.
Mr. Davis.
Davis here.
Mr. Coleman.
Coleman here.
Thank you. And Mr. Wilson. Mr. Charles Wilson. And your chairman, Rogers Anderson, is here. So we have enough to conduct business today. The first item that we have on the agenda will be the approval of the November the 4th, 2020 minutes that were mailed out to you under separate cover. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
Tyson, so moved.
Thank you, Mr. Tyson. Do I have a second?
Coleman second.
Thank you, David. So we have a proper motion and second on the minutes from November the 4th. Are there any corrections that need to be noted?
Yes, sir. Roger, on the speed limit on resolution 11/2013,
Yes.
it said the speed limit was lowered to 20 miles per hour. It was actually lowered to 25 miles per hour and raised back up to 30. So that's just a typo.
Okay, if we could get those corrected, I'll take that as.
Mr. Chairman, I corrected that. That's already been taken care of.
Thank you. Other comments about the minutes? You ready to vote, gentlemen? I'll call your name and you'll indicate your preference of a vote for the minutes. Mr. Tyson.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Davis.
Davis, yes.
Mr. Coleman.
Coleman, yes.
Thank you. Mr. Wilson, are you on here yet? Anderson votes yes. Let the minutes reflect it passed 4-0. Any special announcements, Eddie, that you know of, or Bobby?
No, sir.
No, I have nothing.
All right, the next item we have under our agenda this morning will be the citizens' communication. If there is someone that would like to address the Highway Commission meeting at this time, I will open that up. If you will give your name and your address so that we can get that into our minutes. Is there anyone wishing to address the Highway Board this morning? I see you, Ms. Calloway. Would you identify yourself and your address?
Yes, sir. Thank you. My name is Melissa Calloway, and my address is 1202 Hidden Valley Road in Brentwood. I'll begin. I'm here present again on behalf of Hidden Valley. The speed and safety issues in our neighborhood persist. The issues have been confirmed by the sheriff's office and by the Collier study. As I stated at our 11-4 meeting, at which I commented, the neighborhood very much wants to work with the county to realize speed mitigation and safety measures. And there seemed to be an across-the-board consensus with Chad Collier, Charles Wilson, Eddie Hood, that would be the desired approach, and we very much want to do that. Since the 11-4 meeting, I have reached out to the various players, participants, individuals involved in the process, and I haven't been able to successfully schedule anything, but I'm looking forward to getting something on the schedule and just trying to move this effort towards resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Calloway. I'm sure that during the next month, Mr. Hood or Mr. Rainey or whoever you're working with, or Mr. Wilson, we'll try to set something up. But thank you for.
Thank you again. Okay.
Have a good day. Appreciate it. Anyone else wishing to address the Highway Commission this morning? I see none. We'll move on to our election appointments, which we do not have any. We have no old business to speak of. I just got a text from Charles Wilson's having some trouble. Charles, can you hear me yet? Well, according to the rules, Charles, you may be listening in, but if we can't hear you, then your vote cannot be.
Got it.
Of Fall Ridge Lane, Fall Grove Drive, Marwood Court, Manor Drive, Guffey Terrace, Edgemore Drive, Fall Grove Subdivision. Section 1 is a part of the Williamson County road system. This is in Mr. Coleman's, and it's in our District 5 County Commissioners area. I'll entertain a motion to get that on the floor. David?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Coleman. Do I have a second? Thank you. Explanation, Eddie?
Yes, sir. This is out here off of Untitled Chapter Road, and William Andrews has looked at these roads and recommend approval for the report, and the resolution will fall in January.
Thank you. So you're voting on the report this morning. Resolution, as Mr. Hood has said, will come in January. Any questions? Mr. Andrews, I see you on here. Any comments you want to make?
No, sir, Mr. Chairman. This is William Andrews. Recommend approval.
Thank you. Ready to vote, gentlemen, on acceptance of the roads that were listed in the report. Mr. Tyson?
Tyson, yes.
Thank you. Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Coleman?
Coleman, yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Oh, they know.
No response. No response from Mr. Wilson. Anderson votes yes. Let the records reflect the report was accepted 4-0. Item number 2 under the agenda is Resolution 1220. I don't have a final number on that. Resolution accepting roads and fall.
Hey, Roger.
Mr. Chairman, that resolution was pulled until January.
I'm sorry. Thank you. You did note that to me. Thank you, Elaine. Is there any other business to come before the board this morning? The only thing we had was the one report. Is that correct, Elaine, or is there something else I'm missing?
Yes, sir, that's correct. Just the one item.
Thank you. Then we'll jump on down to our Highway Commission district reports, and I'll start this morning off. The last meeting of the year by Mr. Davis. Anything going on in your area, Wayne?
No, everything's good out my way. As far as I know, I haven't had any complaints.
Well, I can send you some, but that's good news. Mr. Tyson, yeah, Mr. Tyson, are you surviving? Apparently you are with your dissertation you had before we got started this morning. Anything to report on the road?
They don't drive by the window. I really don't know what you're up to, but I have no reports and no complaints.
Thank you. Stay safe over there. Mr. Coleman, anything in your neck of the woods?
No, sir, everything's fine. Just want to thank the crew for the last mowing they did last week. Everything looks really good.
Thank you very much. Mr. Wilson, have you been able to get on the call this morning? Apparently Charles is listening only, so Charles, have a good Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving and the holiday season about to come. Mr. Hood, anything on your part?
Well, we just winding up a year. We had another good year this year. Just thanking the guys and Elaine for what they do up here, and we are winding down the paving. The push hog is winding up, and I will not be having my Christmas lunch this year due to COVID, but hopefully next year we'll have a vaccine and this will be wiped out and we can move forward. But had another good year, and just again we've been real beautiful this year. But anyway, 2020 been a year we won't never forget. I know that.
That is for sure. My only report is thank you for your hard work to the highway department, all the men and women out there that have put on a wonderful job of not only handling through all of this COVID-19 mess that we've had to be able to work and get the roads and keep the roads in good shape. And thank you, Eddie, for your leadership and getting all of that done. I know everyone's tired of hearing about COVID-19. Likewise, on my part, hopefully over the next few months, we will begin to see some relief. I personally think it'll be in spring or early summer before we get through a lot of this. Even with the vaccine, it's going to take a great deal of time to get that done and deliver it out there. But I know we'll persevere and we'll come out on top of all of this. Also, I'd like to say, have a good holiday season as we go forward here over the next 30 days. And hope Santa Claus comes to stop by and see all of you. Let's see here. I've got a message just came in from Charles. Please tell Melissa with Hidden Valley that she can take that anytime she wants to reach out, to be glad to. Let's say, legal. I'm about to forget the new football coach at Vanderbilt, Bobby Cook. Anything going on, Bobby?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Anything else to come? Nina, anything on the financial side you need to talk? Floyd, you look like you sound asleep early this morning. I hope there you go. And Joe Horn, I've not seen one there. He's got his coffee cup. Anything else good for the cause this morning?
Just one question, sir.
You bet, Stan.
Have we had any positives within the highway department?
I'll let Eddie answer that one. Yes, sir, we have. We had some positive results up there for COVID, and but everybody's back now, so knock on wood, we're all healthy up there again.
Outstanding. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. And I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas also, and everyone have a safe and happy New Year too.
Thank you, Eddie.
Guys, y'all too.
Standing question, and it just goes without saying, there's very few departments that have not been hit by this COVID-19 and all the elected and appointed officials have done a wonderful job of corralling their other employees and keeping the doors open and serving the general public at large. Probably some of the hardest ones that we've had to deal with over the last 8 or 9 months have been the the clerk's office, Mrs. Anderson, and with an enormous amount of people coming in the door, getting those car tag votes and et cetera, and all the things that go on down at that office. Through the help of Ms. Anderson and Jeff Whidbey, they've done a wonderful job. Currently, property taxes bills went out within the last 30 days, and their office is closed to just general walk-in traffic to pay their bills. Although we have a secure box out front that the security gate, people can come in and write their checks, put it in an envelope, and then put it in the box, and that box is picked up a couple of times during the day and cleared out every evening before they go home, trying to be able to keep the said property taxes trustees, what I meant, to keep the trustees doors open and not spread it any more than we can. Register of Deeds continues to still stay extremely busy with all of the refinancing and the sales of property throughout our county. For you that have not been keeping up with everything, some of the largest transactions of property that we've seen in several years. I don't have the November numbers. Joe's department has not provided that, but we've been running at a very high level all the year long, even during the COVID period. In fact, a couple of months there were some of the largest residential permits we've had in the unincorporated area in many, many years, about 20 to 30 years. As you can tell, if you have a camera system, we continue to work remotely where we can. On here today is Nina and Diane and Floyd. You can tell they're working remote from their home to minimize the exposure, and at the same time, if something should happen in our area, we can still continue keeping the doors open as people continue to do their jobs that they're required to do. Our sales tax numbers, just to give you a snapshot, our sales tax numbers are holding up strong in view of all this throughout the county. Probably our lowest number, Nina, not up or down here on me, is probably our gas tax. That number has not been as strong as it has in past years, mainly because people aren't traveling around as much. And
the hotel motel tax is down, which would be expected at this time.
Yeah. Anything to do with the hospitality industry, they've really been hit hard, which is going to hit us hard. But it's strange the sales taxes continue to show really strong. Did I overlook anything, Nina, Diane?
No, we'll be starting our new preparation for our upcoming budget starting in January. So we'll start looking at the revenue numbers and start planning for our new year. It'll be a reappraisal year. That's another aspect that we'll have to be looking at during this upcoming budget season.
Thank you, Nina. Anything else good for the cause? I kind of gave you a quick snapshot. If you have any general questions you'd like to ask, I know some of you are not able to get out as freely as the others, but the only thing I wish for all of you is a good, safe holiday. I hope you wear those masks, wash those hands, keep that distance where you can. Let's minimize it until we can all have an opportunity to make a selection if you want to have the vaccination as it comes on down the pike. Our numbers are up. Yesterday's reports, with the number of people that are being checked out at the Ag Center and the other points throughout our county, Our active case was actually down a little bit, and the active case, that's good. Hospitals are a major problem. There is discussion going on that elected surgery, Vanderbilt, Centennial, several of the Nashville hospitals and Williamson are all looking at certain elected surgeries. If it requires an overnight stay, of discontinuing those for a day or two. They are following those numbers on a day-by-day basis because, as you know, if someone has elected surgery and they have to stay all night, that's a possibility of a COVID bed we may need, or vice versa. And our numbers for the hospital and the COVID unit continue to be very strong and steady. We did have one additional death yesterday. Anything else? Well, then good. Have a good holiday season. And Eddie, I hope you got plenty of salt from the start of yesterday. It looks like we're going to have a cold winter. And
we're good to go up here with salt.
All right. Everybody have a good day and a good morning.
Y'all too. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.